Everyone, welcome to the REITE News. I'm Francois, accompanied by Laurel Simmons, one of the REITE Club's co-founders. And welcome, Laurel. How are you doing?
Hi, Francois. I'm doing just great. It's such a gorgeous day today, and I'm sure a lot of people are out there enjoying the sunshine too, at least in this part of the country. But, spring has sprung finally, I think. So, hey, we're all really happy to see it, right?
Yes, for sure. And with spring, you know what that means for real estate.
Oh yeah, we're seeing a lot of movement. Spring is always a busy time for real estate, right? Sales and purchases, and for investors, we invest all the time. The season doesn't really matter, except we do get affected by the sort of seasonal upswings of the market. Although it would be hard pressed to say that there's a seasonal upswing this year, because it's just every village, town, municipality, city, region in the entire country has been affected. So, but really interesting stuff's coming out right now about this, right?
Yes.
Like, you and I are both seeing reports about the market is still hot, but it might be slowing down. Prices aren't necessarily falling, but there's more inventory. So tell us a little bit about what's happening where you live, like in terms of what you're seeing in inventory.
Yeah, so I'm in Ottawa, East Ottawa, and I remember, I keep a close eye on MLS, realtor.ca, and there were maybe in January like 20 listings. Now there's more like 160. Doesn't mean they're not selling. I think they're all still selling quite quickly, but we're seeing more inventory. And is that affecting the multiple offers? We would need a realtor for that, but I don't think so. I think everything's like selling quick, and super high anyways. But I think there's some seller confidence. People are confident about selling their houses, so that's probably helping.
I think it's still there's such pent up demand for people to live, because we know that people are still trying to leave the bigger centers, right, and go to smaller centers, which of course is putting pressure on the inventory there, and sort of forcing, well, not necessarily forcing out, but somebody who wants to sell a place, say where you're already living, and move to a different place, maybe even in the same area, it's still difficult.
Yeah.
So.
But I think you need to buy before you sell right now. If not, you end up homeless.
Well, yeah.
In Ontario anyway. But Laurel, we interviewed someone on an upcoming podcast, and she's from Edmonton, Alberta, and she gave us some interesting things happening, some insights about Edmonton. It's still a hot market, but very different.
Yeah, a hot market, but not quite the insanity that you see in larger centers in Canada. Or say out in Vancouver or Toronto or Halifax and even Moncton, right? Like Ottawa, they're all just insane. But she was saying that Edmonton is quite reasonable. When she was talking about the prices, like both you and I just went, whoa, like like really, to be able to buy a duplex for under like 500,000, and to be able to convert it into a fourplex, like, wow, like that's amazing. Good luck finding a place to live in for under $500,000 in any of the areas that we've seen lately. But again, it all depends on what area you're in and what you're looking for. And so listen to our upcoming podcast with Melissa Shimko, because man, she's got some really good insight into what's happening in Edmonton.
Yes, which I love. That's why I love the REITE Club. We're coast to coast to coast. So let's say it's too hot for investors in Ottawa or Toronto or Niagara-on-the-Lake where you are. Maybe then you start looking out west or out east and find where the opportunities are, and cash flow. Like for me, it's always a big criteria. Does this property cash flow? Locally, usually it does not. If it does, there's something really wrong with it. So, or you have to force it. And yeah, I'm not into that. I like it easier.
Yeah, exactly. We don't want, as I think Melissa said the other night, we don't want real estate to be exciting. The last thing we want is, real exciting real estate investing. We want boring, like really boring, right?
money coming in and that's it. And then, okay, when do we do it again? It's simple and a
Exactly.
well-oiled system. So that's why we're also inviting you to join us on May 20th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time for our Eastern Ontario, Western Quebec event. And we're focusing on student rentals. So those were well-oiled, but now with some salt or sand in it from COVID, I wonder what's happening. And we're going to get an update from local experts from Ottawa and Montreal, giving us some insights on student rentals and what's next with that. Like that used to be a great model. Is it still a good model for now, or will it become a good model again? What's happening? So I'm very curious, Laurel. I wonder if you.
Yeah, I'm really curious too. We almost got into student rentals a year ago. Thank goodness we didn't. Oh my goodness, I was so flat. But it is going to come back. I think it's just how is it going to come back? There's no question that as we move forward, then as we get out of this current crisis, that we will have people. Students need to live somewhere. And they need to go to college and university or whatever it is. So that's going to come back one way or another. Right? So we can find out about it.
And we have an exciting new REITE supporter. So Infield Solutions. And they're going to talk to us about a product. It's dry fogging. So it's great for like tenant turnover, or if you have short-term rentals. Students are not as short-term rentals, but sometimes you want to sanitize things, and they have all kinds of other products. So if there's common areas, which is a big concern right now with COVID and the pandemic. So I'm excited to hear more about their systems. Everything's automated to help make an investor's life easier and even more boring, so you can focus on good things.
Yeah, exactly. Like boring. We just keep saying boring.
I want it to be boring so I can do the good stuff and be excited about the real things I want to do. So thank you, Laurel, for joining me today. And I hope you enjoy the sunshine.
Hey, I hope you enjoy it too. And even if you I was going to say stick your head out for a few minutes, but don't, because you won't come back. So I hope everybody listening and watching is enjoying the day too.
Thank you. Cheers, everyone.
Come grow with us. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.